Hey everybody, it's Gilbert Nichols. Hey, I don't know if you probably remember, if you any of those who are following me, if you've seen any of my blog posts, if you go to theshortlink.com/Gil and Larissa, that's GILANDLARISSA. If you go to that, you'll see or you go to my Facebook page. You go to the Facebook page. Right there on my Gilbert's Daily blog, you see the RSS feed symbol, and up on the fan pages, you click on that, you'll see all my articles right there. And so I did an article some time ago about how China was caught sneaking into our government computer systems on a cyber attack in hopes of trying to get vital information, secret information that was not made public, and so I made a big rant about that. Well, now I got a new rant, and it involves China again. My daughter, who is very health conscious, very concerned about the environment, was talking about how she went to Publix, which I love going to Publix. It's like they say, it's it's a pleasure shopping there, whatever they say it is, but anyway, we're shopping as a pleasure. Sorry. Anyway, and she learned that some tilapia that she had purchased because it was on a great deal, unbelievable deal. Why it was so cheap, she didn't know until she read the package and saw that it was farm-raised fish raised in farms in China. Now she did some investigating, and she posted on Facebook, which I'll include some of the contents of that article below in my article here, about how the standards of the Chinese farmers that are raising so-called these tilapia in so-called freshwater ponds, and how they are coming out tainted with all kinds of problems. And so I went to snooping on Snopes. Everybody who checks out anything, they usually go to Snopes, and uses that string of words and finds out, hey, they've been investigated, and it turns out that it's a mixture of truth and false, right? Well, the thing is as much as Snopes was trying to point out how false some of the issues were, they could not disguise the fact that China is indeed polluting the water with sewage, in some cases human sewage, for the purpose of feeding these fish and then turning around and selling them to the United States. And who is letting them in the door? The USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture. Now, isn't that a bag of worms, so to speak, a can of worms, that the USDA is letting them come in and sell directly to our grocery stores like Publix and Walmart and other places? And we're taking it, and the end consumer, who is us, you and me, we are taking these things by faith that farm raised fish is good fish, and that that's been in the high standards that we're being held to here in America for health standards, would be the enough confidence, and then come to find out they're from China, who has no such regulation, no such standard, and they don't care that they're feeding their own people and the rest of the world trash. You hear me, China? You're feeding us trash. And it's about time America stands up and says, we ain't going to buy your stuff anymore. Now, dang it, I'm getting sick of this. China, you're trying to be somebody in this world economy, and what you doing? You're feeding us trash. Now, I just talked about in that other article, and I had a video in it as well, about the episode with the lead paint you put on a children's toys and you sell to America, and then Americans turn around and give them to the children. The children bite on them, or whatever they do. Children will bite on anything, and they get lead poisoning. Thank you, China. It's time America stands up and says no to China. And anybody, any marketer, any retailer that wants to try and continue to market Chinese goods, we need to boycott them too. I don't care if their name starts with W. I don't care if they're in every city in the country. I don't care about all that. I care about our safety, our health, and our security. And if China doesn't get a flip about it, then we should not give a flip about what comes out of China. And that's what I'm ranting and raving about. Dadgummit, you start feeding us this crap, and then the USDA is shutting down farms or causing farmers like that farmer in Ohio, big, huge farmer in Akron, Dan Bessemer, I think is his name, has chosen to shut down after over 100 years of farming and producing quality products that people could buy at his local food stands and that were being sold in local grocery stores. Because the USDA has said that we got to know how you're tracking from seed to harvest where this food is going, so we can be able to track who's at fault, why it's contaminated. And yet when the food is being processed in China, and frozen food, and all the frozen vegetables from Bird's Eye and all these people that we've come to trust in our frozen food aisles are getting them all processed in China and in poor processing conditions and being sold over here, and yet you're going to indict the American farmer? Are you kidding? Americans, you got to see, what is the government shoveling us? Because it ain't consistency. They're allowing this crap coming in from China to feed us and poison us, and yet we have an American farmer who is trying to make it in this country, who is being put into a situation where if he has to pay thousands of dollars in fines if he doesn't comply. I'm hearing it all over the place that this double standard has got to be addressed and has to be brought into account. We're hearing this crap about how the IRS has been doing things without anybody accounting for their misdeeds and their mismanagement. And now it's coming to light. And things that we wish we'd never hear. And now we're hearing about the American farmer. Now we're hearing about this crap coming from China showing up on our dinner table at night. America, are you going to to comment, like, and share on this? Because I'd like to know who has enough gumption to be able to say, no to China and yes to what the American farmer can make and produce right here. And that's what I have to say. Now, if you got a comment, you want to like and share this, do it. And if not, then shut up. Because that's what the Chinese people would rather we do. Shut up and take it. And then they feed us this crap, we get sick, we're sitting on the toilets, and they come in like a flood and take over. You don't think it's going to happen? Hey, you get somebody sick, they're not willing to fight. They're too busy throwing up. So I suggest that you get on the stick. Tell your congressmen and senators, we're not going to put up with this crap anymore, and we want better accountability from the top down. That's what I'm saying. Who will stand with me? Because I don't care if nobody stands with me. I am not going to take this sitting down anymore. I'm saying no to this crap coming out of China until they clean up their act. Let them sell that crap to somebody else. No human deserves it. I could say a lot more, and I probably will.